So Canon does what Canon does, and you know how that goes. All that and more right here on the Morning Jolts. What's up, guys? Mark here, the hellion of hype, hysterics, and hyperbole. So Canon, why? Man, you did it. You did it. Why'd you do it, though? That's what we all really want to know. But because we already know, there's really no point in rehashing it. But if you guys would like to hear another rant on why Canon does what it does, check out this video right here. The thing I wanted to focus on today, instead of rehashing everyone's displeasure with how the two big major Goliaths of the camera industry have treated their customers and hyped the hype and said the things and promised crap that was never delivered, I want to focus on a comment. But first, I'm going to ask you all, what does your perfect camera look like? What features does it have? What features have you not seen yet that you want to see inside of a camera? And of course, leave all that info down in the comments. I'm going to read them. You know I'm checking them out because I be heart and stuff. I be thumbs up and stuff. So it's not like I just put out a video and never check. Do that. So like I said, I want to focus on a comment today, and it actually comes from a friend of mine, Joe Jackson, and I'm going to try and dissect this comment piece by piece. But first, allow us to read a bit. He says, I don't know. I like the camera from what I've seen, but many of us that do, we're not expecting something game-changing, to be honest. Okay, let me just stop right there. We're going piece by piece here. So, first things first, he likes what he's seen, and to him, that's all that matters. If this particular camera meets all the special requirements that he might have for himself, then he's good to go. The problem that I have is that, but many of us that do, we're not expecting something game-changing. My question is, why not? Have you all become so goddamn complacent in your mediocrity that, you know, when a new camera is released, I mean, this is supposed to be a new camera, not a new body with old tech. This should be game-changing. This is Canon's first real full-frame mirrorless camera. Why wouldn't you be expecting something amazing? It boggles the mind, really. People love to revel in their mediocrity, but to this day, I can't imagine why. What I wanted was just a simple mirrorless version of the Canon 6D. Well, you got it, buddy. You know I travel abroad a lot, and smaller body is what I wanted. You got that too. Heck, this thing could have been APS-C, and I would still get it. If that's the case, you could have got the M50 about 4 months ago. Y'all don't know I'm telling the truth. So I was not wanting something evolutionary to shake up the market. I was, you know, it doesn't provide any of the other brands incentives to do what is in the best interest of the consumer if the other camera brands sit on their hands and withhold features for the sake of protecting other products. It's their company. They make a profit whether they make a profit on one thing or the other. What difference does it make? And to be honest with you, I think half of it boils down to the fact that a lot of these pros, they think that they would be jealous. They would be pissed. And I wouldn't. Release the best technology available in everything that you've got. Make every single offering. Because let's be honest, at this point, most of the features that we are now asking for, that we are now wanting, really boil down to software. It boils down to firmware. It boils down to what's inside the camera, not necessarily the camera itself. But this technology and the ability to implement it to varying degrees based on the size of the body and all that stuff, it is available. So why not give it to us? Not only did they deliver that, they actually heavily improved on that. So I am excited as it checks off everything I wanted and more. I have had a lot of dumbass comments over on my channel about people wanting A7 Mark III features in this body and are pissed they didn't get it. You want to know why? Let me tell you why, Joe. You know I love you, man, but they should expect. These are Canon shooters that have been loyal to the brand. They have sat there waiting patiently day after day after month and year after year while Sony and other small mirrorless companies like Fujifilm and Panasonic have continued to innovate, create, and push what is possible for these small cameras. Did you know, like, in order to get half of the features that we have now in these small, tiny, compact cameras, you had to buy a camera the size of a microwave. Like, these things were huge. They sat on your shoulder. They were just massive. And you can build these cameras out as big and as elaborate as you need them to be based on the project that you're working on. So yeah, if I was a Canon shooter, a dedicated, loyal, paying customer of Canon, I would be pissed too. Years and years of buying lenses and mediocre upgrades and half-assed attempts at anything real innovative, only to have my loyalty rewarded with a big, thick, shiny shaft up my rectum? Nah, man, nah. To that I say hail to the gnaw. But I digress. Like I said, it checks off everything I wanted and more, so I think this camera will appeal to more traditional Canon shooters and less to those who like the flavor of the month. But overall, I think Canon hit a home run with this one. We will have to see how it performs in real life and what the actual sales numbers look like in a few months. So let me dissect that first part. You said it's going to appeal to more traditional Canon shooters. That's true because almost all Canon shooters are traditional Canon shooters because they're used to not getting anything really awesome on a consistent basis. Meaning they have resigned the fact that Canon doesn't put out shit that is actually all up in your face. So they just go, oh good, it's a spec bump at least, guys. I mean, come on. What's the big deal? And Joe, let's be honest, man. This is not flavor of the month, bruh. This is not flavor of the month. This is technology pushing itself forward, okay? As other people have pointed out, and I concur, dude, there are $200 action cams on Amazon right now that shoot 4K 60p. My phone shoots 4K 60p. I don't understand the point in withholding it. It is available in almost every... You know, it really is a sad state of affairs when they know that in order to get that one little feature, it's like they purposely leave out the one or two really crucial, hot, extra items of the day and push it off onto a far more expensive camera. And that is really, really sad. As far as them hitting a home run, they did. They did. They hit a home run with Canon shooters. Not all of them. Some of them are getting impatient. The tribe is getting restless. They're looking around. They're going,
oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Look at all that shit on. Oh. Look what they got over there, man. They got 4K 60p. They got 30 frames per second.
After they see all that, they're going, well, why not us? How come we can't have it? I would like some of that. Why do they get it? And they're right to ask that. It's a big camera company. They have all of the abilities to make that happen in this size camera. The EOS R is more than big enough to not only handle all of the demands that we want in a camera, but also to deliver it without overheating problems. It is big enough. The form factor is large enough. This could be done in this camera. It could have dual card slots. It doesn't have to be a single card slot camera. It could have IBIS if it really wanted to. A lot of people that shoot Canon love to shoot Canon video because of color and the way it renders skin. So it could have IBIS and it would look really nice. It could have 1080p with 120 frames per second. More and more people are shooting slow-mo video and it makes it extremely nice to not have to do that in 720p and then try and up-res. So while I agree with your sentiment that this camera probably checks off a lot of boxes for you, it could be a home run to you, but perfection in cameras is a subjective term. It truly is. For me, this is not the perfect camera. To a lot of other people, this is not. Neither were the Nikon Z6 and Z7. The perfect camera to this day does not yet exist, but I think we are getting extremely close. I don't know who's going to do it, but for the money, if you're a Canon shooter and you're looking to do video, the M50 is your jam. The battery life is nowhere nearly as bad as people make it out to be. I am actually quite impressed with the battery life, and I shoot some short-form video and some long-term video. Just as a quick reference, I probably shot roughly 30 or so minutes yesterday with the camera, and I am now up to around 13 and a half minutes on this recording session, and I still haven't lost any of that first big hunk of the battery bar as of yet. And I'll take a picture of it for you right now. I don't know if that worked out very good or not. It looks a little it looks a little fuzzy. But anyway, you get my point. So, if you're looking for video, still, I think that the OP choice right now, as far as Canon is concerned, if you're a video shooter, is the Canon M50. It's got the hot shoe, it's got the mic in, it's got 4K in 30p, although you do lose the dual pixel autofocus. Is the dual pixel autofocus and phase detection, is that worth $1,200 extra to you? Be honest. If you genuinely need 4K with dual pixel autofocus, then yes, absolutely. If you absolutely cannot live without it, get it. Spend that extra $1,200 and get it. Quit effing around and just get it. You know what you need, so get it. And that's all that really matters. But wouldn't it have been nice? 4K at 60 frames per second with 120 frames in 1080p? That would have been the bomb, yo! That would have appealed to not only the people that wanted to shoot video of other stuff, but also guys like me and vloggers. This is what we're looking for. But whatever. So, Joe, love you, man. I just happen to fundamentally and wholeheartedly disagree with the apology session that was your comment. You made a lot of excuses for a camera company that has billions of dollars in resources that could have delivered on technology that already exists. It's not like they had to reinvent anything, not to mention open standards and all that kind of thing. Thank God they finally put H.264 in these goddamn things. So at this point, we just have to stop making excuses. We have to stop making excuses for these companies and push them. Because if we don't, who the hell is? Vote with your dollars. If there's another camera brand that gives you what you want, don't be afraid to switch. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You have more access to any camera system. You have more access to any lens system. You have more access to anything from anywhere, from any brand. It is not that hard to switch. Defeat the loyalists, okay? The loyalists are the ones that keep these guys in charge, man. And it's brutal. Canon management needs to be fired. Stat. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, don't forget to comment. Don't forget to tell me what your perfect camera would look like. Don't be an asshole. Leave a comment down there. And thumbs it up. Thumbs this video up. Last but not least, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you happen to like this video. At any rate, thanks so much for stopping here at the Morning Jolt on the Photo Video Show. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Peace.